Hello, students. From today onwards, we are going to start the drug and dice. In the drug and dice, start with the first units of the drugs. We will go thoroughly to the total topics because the last times we have faced the problems regarding the MCQ examinations. So I am thinking that we will go throughout the notes, and after completion of the notes we will decide what we have to do. We have to perform by MCQ or by the theoretical. We have the both the options at the last end of the completion of the syllabus. So from today we cannot decide whether it is the MCQ or the theoreticals. So we will go throughout the each and every points of the drug and dice also. So the first topic, that is the 5.1 in the unit 5th 5.1, the drug discovery, design and the developments. If you feel that it is the applied components, but it is having the more weightage, more knowledgeable topics are there in the drug and dice, because it is our applied components. Whenever we visit the, or we after completion of the TY, if you join the any industry or if you join the pharmaceutical company, so there must be some concepts which will be solved, which will be understand by going through this drug and dice topics. So it is important in the current year also, and important for your career also, because it is included for the purpose of the industry orientations. So drugs are the seldom discovered directly, but some drugs have been discovered accidentally while attempting to prepare some of the other type of the compounds. A chance observation of its biological properties might have led to the discovery of a new drug, such as examples are rare, and there are limited cases of the direct discovery of the new drugs. Drug discovery is a very time consuming and expensive process. The average time required to bring a drug to market range from 12 to 15 years. The clinical trials consist of three phases prior to the drug approval. Phase first is the evaluates the safety, tolerability, pharmacokinetics properties, and pharmacological effects in 20 to 100 healthy volunteers. In the phase second, assesses the effectiveness of the drug, determines side effects, other safety aspects, and clarify the doses in the few hundred patients. Phase third is a large trial with several thousand patients in clinics and hospitals that establish the efficacy of a drug and monitor adverse reaction from the long-term use. Why I am describing in detail? Because currently we are facing the problems of the COVID-19 viruses. To combat this COVID-19 viruses, various agencies and various pharmaceutical companies discovered the various types of the vaccines are there. These vaccines are prepared purposefully and in the laboratories, means that it is a synthesis and a drug discovery types of mechanisms. So it also follow the three steps. You, in day-to-day life, in day-to-day news, you hear the word that COVID shield vaccines are in the third phase. Okay, Indian vaccines are in the third phase. Some vaccines completed this two phase, and in the last third phase, it gives the 50% of the accuracy. So all these things are related with these three phases. That is phase first, phase second, and the phase third. So phase third is the most important third, because in that large trials with the several thousand patients, in clinics and the hospitals and establish the efficacy of the drugs and monitor the adverse reaction from the long term use. The first point is the discovery of the lead compound. It is a remarkable discovery. The discovery of the lead compound. The principal step in the drug discovery is identifying the lead compound. The discovery of the drug without the lead compounds are very few and they are just chance discoveries. The lead compound is one which has the number of attractive characteristics such as the desired biological or the pharmacological activity but may have other undesirable characteristics such as the high toxicity, insolubility, absorptions, difficulties having other biological activities or the metabolic problems. The structure of the lead compound is found and synthesized if possible. Then the lead compound is modified by the sunlight, slightly altering the structure or the substitution to amplify desired activity and to minimize or eliminate the unwanted properties. Thus, a compound worthy or extensive biological, pharmacological, and the animal studies is identified. Thus, a compound is obtained which is ready for clinical trials and it is called as the clinical drug. This is an example is a diazepam. Okay, the animal studies is identified. Thus, the compound is obtained which is ready to clinical. It is all clinical drugs. Once the Librium was discovered as the tranquilizers, it becomes the lead compound for the second generation analogs. Thus, the Valium was discovered derived from this which is almost 10 times more potent than the lead compounds. Similarly, after the structural elucidations of the earliest penicillin, many derivatives of the penicillin were prepared as antibacterial drugs. Screening. The initial difficulty arises in the discovery of the lead compound. Several approaches can be taken to identify lead. The first step is to assay compounds for the particular biological activity. A bioassay is a means of determining the desired activity and the relative potency of the compounds in the biological system. Relative to a control system, control compounds activity is a particularly biological or the pharmacological effect, whereas the potency is the strength of that effect. Some screens are in vitro test, for example, the inhibitions of enzymes or antagonisms of the receptors. Other are in vivo test, for example, the ability of the compound to prevent and induce seizure in a mouse. In the general, in vitro tests are quicker and less expensive. Currently, high throughput screens, which are found to be very rapid and sensitive in vitro screens, initially are being commonly used. With this ultra high throughput screening approaches, it is possible to screen the 10,000 1 lakh compounds in a day. Combinatorial chemistry can provide the more leads by the applying large number of the compounds in the short period of time, which most probably give the predominant level of the activity in the bioass. Next point is the random screening. Synthetic compounds and the natural products were randomly screened for the activity irrespective of their structure. Streptomycin and tetracycline are two important class of antibiotics which were discovered by random screening of the soil samples. Non-random screening, also called as targeted or the focused screening, is a more narrow approach than the random screening. In this case, the compounds having the vague resemblance to weakly active compounds uncovered in a random screen or the compound containing different functional group than leads may be tested selectively. The non-random screening is found to be the more economical and the less manpower. intensive compound compared to the random screens. Hence, the non-random screens are preferred over the random screens.